I am in Grafton Notch State Park and I'm hiking Old Speck. So I'm taking the AT, actually southbound. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to the top, honestly, today. So, sun goes down at 4 o'clock. Planning on being back at my car around 3. So we'll see. Turnaround time maybe 1-ish. It's like 10:15 right now. Alfred and I climbed up to Old Speck just about 2 summers ago. We did the Eyebrow Trail to the AT and then we came down the AT. So obviously conditions are much different today. Old Speck it's broken out. It's a pretty well-traveled trail in Maine in the wintertime, so I have my spikes on now. I started with them, and my snowshoes I basically like double and triple checked everything last night after kind of the debacle on Sergeant when I didn't have my snowshoes, I didn't have my gloves. So I'm carrying a bigger bag today because since this is a 4,000 footer and I have to cross water, I'm carrying like an extra set of base layers on the bottom and the top, and then I have extra socks, which I always have, but I have my heavy jacket, which usually comes with me, actually always comes with me in the wintertime. And then, but yeah, so I'm just like carrying more stuff. Like when I go to Acadia, I don't bring a second hat. I have 2 things to cover my ears plus an extra hat because I just feel like I'm out here by myself, so you just never know. I'm just at about 2,100 feet and there's starting to be snow on the pines. I had 2 water crossings. Now I'm in a section that has kind of like not leveled out, but leveled out a little bit at least. It doesn't feel so steep. There's a blue sky behind me, but then there are some dark gray clouds rolling in front of me. So I'm not sure how this day will shake up, but I'm enjoying the blue sky for now. Some significant ice in spots, but you definitely spikes all the way for now. Here's some ice, example of ice. I still have a long way to go. I remember this stretch being really long, and I remember a couple of like fall summits where you go up and then you go down. So far, it's a good day. Honestly, I'm happy to be in the snow, and the sun is out. The sun is like shining all of a sudden. Everything is bright and nicely lit. I kind of needed that. A little more than an hour to go to my turnaround time. Carmen says there's another like 1.25 miles to the intersection where there's like a little spur trail that goes to the top of Old Speck. I only have an hour to my time to turn around, and honestly this bag is annoying me. I think this might be Al's bag. I grabbed one and shoved stuff in it, but the hip belts are actually digging into my hips. So, and I'm not used to hiking with like such a heavy bag. I haven't seen anybody. There was one person in the parking lot. That was it. So it's a nice day. The sky is still blue, so that's good. So I'm at Old Speck's, what Alfred and I thought was the summit on Old Speck. You kind of like go up a hill and then you're like almost above the trees and you almost get a view. Well, there's a little view behind you, I guess, but I feel like the stunted trees are not that much bigger than you. And then all of a sudden you go down again. And then you wonder, why am I going down? So anyway, I just kind of got a good laugh because I know there's still a pretty long way to go. It's 12:45. I think I'm gonna call it and go back to in my car. According to Garmin, I have 0.75 miles to go still to the summit. I was hoping to get to the overlook section, but I just don't want to risk it with the sun setting at 4. So if this was even if this was like February, I could have pushed it probably to even like 1:30 or 2 o'clock, because then the sun would be going down a little bit later, but the sun is down at 4, and I just don't want to mess with that because there's 2 water crossings and there's some sections with like really sheer ice, so it's just not worth the risk in the winter. Now that I'm on my way back to my car, technically on the AT northbound, and it's pretty much all downhill from here. There's a little bit of up and down, but not much. It's a lot of downhill. So at least I have that going for me right now. I'm at the intersection with the Eyebrow Trail. It took me an hour from my turnaround point to get to that intersection with all this snow and ice. Even though it's only 1:45, it just feels darker. Certain sections of the forest depending on the light. So I'm hoping that I can get down like in another hour maybe. I'm not sure how far this is from that intersection, but anyway, I feel much better now. I had some anxiety back there. I don't know why, but something was getting to me. I'm past the first of 2 bigger water crossings. It's just about 2 o'clock. So I feel like I'm making good time. But the sun is definitely on the other side of the mountain now. And it's 2 o'clock and it feels like it should be like, I don't know, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock at least. Winter hiking is, like, some ways it's easier because the rocks are covered and most of the roots are covered, especially like at an elevation like this where you get more snow. But then at the same time there's more ice. It has its advantages and its disadvantages, although there's no bugs. No bugs is a huge advantage. So anyway, you can see the ice here. Let's move this. So this is the last water crossing, and then it's not too much further back to my car. So I'm not going to record this because otherwise then I have to cross twice basically, and I just don't want to do that today. I'm at my car, and I got down in an hour and 45 minutes from the spot that I turned around. So I probably could have pushed further and at least gone to the viewpoint or the summit, but I'm kind of glad I came back because I just don't want to mess with the sun going down. This is just not the time of year to do it. So, oh well. Thanks for watching.